Here we are live from American Times headquarters at the home of Dixieline Connection at the foot of Turkey Cock Mountain in Callens, Virginia. It is 9:16 on May 10th. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Fat Chat on Monday night. Come on in. Let's talk some Bulldogs. What y'all up to? Cool C. What's happening, buddy? What you into tonight, man? What's the word, Thunderbird? Hit that like button as soon as you walk in the room. Hit that like button as you walk through the door. It's right there to your right. All you got to do is just hit that sucker as you walk through the door. Walk through the door, hit the like button. It's easy peasy. It's easy pie. Oh, yeah. Putting them cedar shavings out today. Putting those cedar shavings down on the ground. Well, cedar shaving prices don't went up. It's almost $10 for a block of them things now. So, what's cedar shavings costing out there? And where you at, Cool C, out there in Kansas? What you paying for a cube of cedar? Have you got your dogs on cedar shavings? $7.50 a bundle. Well, that's a good price. Man, I'm paying $8.95. With tax, it was $9.30. It was $10. $10 bill, man. $10 bill. Kevin Webb, how you doing? Oh man, we did the video. We did it last night. It's already on the books. You can go on there and watch it. But he'll be back. He'll be back again. We'll have him back on. He did a great interview last night. Jay, what's going on? Yeah, that video is available in the library. If you look, you'll see it. It's interview with ATK Kennels, Triple J. Dave, how's it going, man? What's going on? Yeah, but man, I paid $10 for a bundle of cedar today. 7% tax on 936. Any of y'all gone hunting the grandparents of your dogs yet? The grandparents, great grandparents. Good night, Philip. Have a good evening, buddy. Oh, I did the deluxe today, man. I moved all my houses. Moved all my water bowls. raked out those areas. You know how all that junk will gather up around them? It'll just get that silt gathered up around there from the rain and stuff. I cleaned all that up. Oh, yeah. So, Fat Joe. When's the last time you heard some Fat Joe? So, what about you guys? What'd you do today? Take care of your animals? Feed them anything special? I hit them all with the leg quarters today. Oh, Chris, I'm doing fine. Had a good day. Worked hard. Got dirty. Had to take a shower. Put my Cash App jersey on. Can't see it in this light. And I'll lean back so you can see it. Cash App. Lean back. Lean back. Lean back. Hey man, kibble's just fine. Man, the kibble they make nowadays, the money these companies spend on making that stuff. I'm still in the school that, I mean, my dogs look great. That's the party version. I cut two of them loose today. I didn't cut them all loose. I cut two of them loose and let them run the property today. And man, I didn't think one of them was gonna come back. Ran and ran and ran and ran. I'll open the gates up and just let them out one at a time and let them run. And little old Spider Man, she just ran for, I'll bet you, over an hour. So how you working them, Philip? What you working them on? Kevin Webb. All right, now. We don't want to be bringing up that fool and the fools that deal with him, man. Don't make me do my thing. We all know about Tony Montana, man. We don't need no lessons on him. Somebody on here got him a dog trotter. Ordered it off the internet. Ordered off, no, not a dog trotter. It's electric. I'm trying to hit the button. I can't. I'm just going to do that this time. We don't need that shit, man. There you go. Just delete that stuff, man. We don't need that shit. Take that somewhere else. Hey, put their website up, Philip. Can you put their website up? Anyhow. What is that, a globetrotter? Is that an electric mill? Or is that a slat mill? Or is that a... What type of mill is that? Philip? What type of mill is that, Philip? It's a slat mill. Oh, okay. Well, cool deal, man. What do they run? What's a large mill from them cost? I mean, this shit, $3,000 and $4,000 for a treadmill is ridiculous. I mean, treadmill. When I had to pay $1,500 for a lamb mill, I thought that was crazy. So what's this guy getting for one of his mills? Well, good deal. But I mean, how much the damn thing cost? Too much money. Mm. Ah. Mm. I heard that. I just let. Oh, you got a dog trotter, not a globe trotter. Oh, you got a dog trotter. Yeah, you got one of them $3,500 treadmills. Okay. Well, I got a question about them treadmills. If you're doing all this high tech shit, why does the belt still weigh 40 fucking pounds? You know? Why hasn't any technology been put into the belt? I mean, I'd be 3D printing my slats by now and be making some carbon fiber slats. I mean, for $3,500, I want me a carbon fiber slat belt that weighs about 10 pounds. I mean, there just hasn't been much technology put into slat building. Um, you know, no, man, they weigh too much. They're too heavy. They're too heavy. They need to be hollow. You need like a hollow carbon fiber slat, something that don't weigh nothing, but super strong. You damn right, with a couple mufflers on the side. Hmm. I'm trying to find his website. I can't find his website. I went to dogtrotter.com and hell, it's available. You can actually buy it. We still got a Red River Curly. Well, we at 617 or something, 620 something. We getting there. We getting there. We're slowly getting there, man. Oh, no, man. We were just talking about taking care of our dogs. I switched all mine over to cedar shavings and moving some dog houses around, cleaning up. Hit that like button when you come in the room. It don't cost nothing. Share the thing, hit the notification bell, um, subscribe to the channel. So, that way you'll get notification when we come online. Yeah, 2,500. I mean, with inflation and all that stuff, $2,500 is a fair price for a treadmill. Somebody needs to put the guy's website up. I mean, where is the? I mean, all you got to do is Google it. Yeah, those are plastic slats, man. Those are plastic slats. They're not carbon fiber. That's not carbon fiber. It's just plastic. That's what I'm saying. You know, you got all this technology. Where's the damn belts, man? I mean, the one thing that Robert Lamb did for us was, man, he got us the lightest belts he could get us. And he made them out of wood because you could use that lightweight pine and make those thin wooden slats. And sure, the belt didn't last forever, but we didn't build it to last forever. You know, it was like a set of tires. You know, you used it until it got thin, then you build another one. And but you can get a lot more freer spinning mill the lighter that belt is. You want that belt as light as possible. You want it super light, super duper light. You want the lightest belt in the world. I mean, I already designed the whole mill for the man. I'm trying to help him out with the belt thing. You have to have the freest spinning mill you can get. And so with technology, it should be even freer spinning. Free, free, free. Free, free, free. Just like the commercial. Free, free, free. A Robert Lamb mill. A Robert Lamb mill with a pine slat belt on it. That's the best treadmill there is. What's up, Big Slayer? What's going on, man? I mean, if I could have any kind of treadmill I could have in the whole world, I'd like to have my Robert Lamb treadmill back. And then second after that was that little Chandler mill I had in Dogman 2000. Man, that thing spun free. Woo, that thing was a free spinning mill. You know, you got to have in mills that zing, man. Zing, 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 zing. What do you say, Dayhall? The freer a mill spins, the harder a dog can work. Ah. See, you'd think it'd be the other way around, but it's not. You want that dog to be able to break open. You want him to be able to just do like a cheetah and just spread out on that mill. Just be like the wind. No, nothing dragging them at all. Yeah, man, you want that dog looking like a piece of art when he's wide open. When he's at the end of that key, you want him and that treadmill to be one piece, just flowing. Just zoom, 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 zoom. We're just talking about treadmills, man. Now I love the Red River Curling Mill. Red River Curling Mill would get to singing. Again, they had a kind of a heavy belt. They had the problem with the heavy belt. Had them big, wide, heavy slats on it that were about an inch thick. And so you really you couldn't. What's going on? What's going on? Hit that like button, y'all. 26 people, 19 likes. Well, I prefer a cat meal, but you know, a treadmill and a leash, you can get it done. You can get it done. Um, you watch Dogman 2000. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. That's that old Vietnam keep, man. That's a good keep. I appreciate it, Paris. Shanny a double. Oh, you're welcome, Tsunami. I'll have to look through my stuff. Let me make a note of that. It's got Al Brown and Shanny. Well, just Al Brown. Al Brown, Shanny, YF and M. I'll look and see if I got that. I got a bunch of your friend of mine's. I got a box full of them. Shit. Probably. Let's see what I got here. There's some old pictures. Oh, that's pretty cool. Old AGDTs. Italian Pitbull Gazette with Bobby Hall on the cover. Man, I'm getting rid of all this stuff. Sporting Dog Journals. Oh, there's another Best of Times. Mm. Yeah, all I got in here is old journals and old times. That's all that's in this boxes. Shit, there's the very, very first Game Dog Times that was ever printed. That's pretty cool. Y'all ever seen the very first Game Dog Times ever printed? That's the very first one. And that's Laird's Grand Champion Jap on the cover. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah. There's the second one. There's old Ken Allen's Champion Butch on the cover. That's pretty cool. There's the original one with Boudreaux on the cover. Man, these are some cool ass magazines right here, man. Yeah, this box here, all it's got in it is journals, some foreign magazines. Got a bunch of old journals in it. Several of these Face Your Dogs. Yeah, I might go down there and hang out with those guys, man. When they get that hunt club running, I told him I'd come down. I think it'd be fun, man. Of course, my dogs are kind of small. I mean, the biggest dog I got's like 40 pounds. Yeah. I think this one's a. Hmm. I got a couple of these. These are pretty sweet right here. I still ain't auctioned one of those off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into a different box to find some of those your friend and mine's. Because these are all got a bunch of these Face Your Dogs. Got a bunch of them. Bunch of journals. Boy, now that's a good journal right there. No, I got 25 likes, man. 26 people and 25 likes. I got everybody in here's liking. That's a good journal right there. Got Ramrod's Champion Tramp on the cover. Look at that one. That's a good journal. Bobby Hall is still around. Yeah, Bobby Hall is still around. He he's still around and doing great. Yeah, Bobby would be a good interview. I'd like to interview Bobby. Be an interesting interview. I don't know if he'd do it, but if he would, Danny Burton would be a good one. Triangle Kush would be good. Come on over. No, I just found a little stack of photographs here. I wonder if there's any bulldogs in these pictures. Not a bulldog in them. Not a bulldog in these pictures. Bunch of dead people. Yeah, Chico Lupe's interview would be good. Well, what you guys want to do tonight? What you want to talk about? You got anything special you want to talk about? Book sales have been good. The second book's coming right along, rocking it right out. So, it's coming along good. Been having lots of old people been visiting. Oh, well. Oh, Pat's wrong about a lot of shit, man. Yeah, talk about hydration. Well, hydration's, of course, very important. I've heard a lot of wives' tales about hydration. But, of course, in the wintertime, you got to keep your dogs hydrated. Dogs tend not to drink water in the winter when they're cold. And so you've got to add water to their food. When you're conditioning a dog, my recommendation is in their food, you need to put 1 ounce of water for every 2 pounds of body weight. So if your dog weighs 40 pounds, he needs to be drinking 20 ounces of water in his food every day. You need to mix it in his food. If you can't get him to drink it in his food, then make some kind of broth with the raw. If you're using raw, make a broth with the raw, but you've got to get 20 ounces of fluid in your dog besides the fresh water that he's drinking every day. Yeah, we'll see if we can find you one, man. We'll have to look through the boxes here and see what we got. Oh, my phone just died. Hmm. just let it play. Let Alexa play what it wants. Yeah, broth works good. I'm going to go get something to drink. Oh. But yeah, you got to stay hydrated the entire keep. For a couple reasons. I'll give you two good ones right off the top, okay? One, the dog has to have the water to digest the food properly. Okay? And two, by having that layer of water over your dog is carrying that extra weight, carrying that extra heat. You're going to pull all that off of them at the end, and it's going to give them a big old burst of energy. And so, it does a metabolic thing by supplying them with the fuel and energy that they need to digest the food and have the hydration that they need to operate properly. Plus, by keeping the dog soaking wet, it keeps like an extra pound on them that you get to pull off at the end that, just gives them a big old boost. You eat a lot of wild pork, huh? Top 5 favorite that I've owned. Well, Bolero, Stomper, Two Eyes, New Granny, and Norm. They'd be the top 5. No, too much water is not going to make your dog overheat because your dog's going to piss it out. When you walk your dog out, your dog pisses all that water out. Just like your dog empties out. You gave them all that water, 17, 18 hours before the workout. So they piss all that water out. And you want your dog to run a little hot during the workout. I mean, that's part of the workout. And your dog's supposed to get hot during the workout. Two Eyes was the man, boys. Man, what is this shit? That's just terrible. Let's see here. Got to be something better than that. Got to be something better than that. Yeah. He was blind. He was blind. My son said it was the only thing he wasn't going to have. No, he was blind in both eyes. As soon as he got any kind of work put on him, he couldn't see out of either eye. Like when you hand walked him, you had to walk him right next to you. Because if you let him like walk out away from you, he'd run into a tree or he'd run into a, mailbox or, um, you know, he was stone blind. Just regular pit rules. Everybody just had to be quiet. That was the only thing. Everybody just had to be quiet. That was all. They just had to be quiet. No screaming and yelling, no banging on the walls, none of that shit. Everybody just had to be quiet. Y'all didn't know that shit? It's in the book of Game Dogs. I don't think I got a copy of it here. Hell, I'd read it to you. How do I know when they're peaking during the keep? Well, basically, because I've got them at that point during the work period. I've worked it all before. So I pretty much know I've got them up at their peak work level. And so now I've stopped the top work level. And now I've started to rest them. And as I've rested them, the last couple of days, I start pulling that little bit of water off of them. And as I pull that little bit of water off of them, and I give them that last feeding, and that's when they're going to peak, is right then, about 18 hours after that last feeding. That's when I know my dog's going to hit his peak. Get out of there as fast as possible. End it as quick as they could, win or lose. Get it over with as quick as they could. That was the main thing a handler had to do, was end the match. By hook or by crook, baby. There were many of them I could have won with either dog. Never cut nobody no slack. Never. You foul, I foul. Never complained. I'm glad, man. That's a good story. That's a real good story about her. But there was lots of other great dogs during that time. There's a lot of dogs that people don't know about. Dogs like Grand Champion Miss Rage. It was right before her. Man, she was every bit as good as Bolero. That was a double bred daughter of La Passe's Buster. I don't know if you guys even heard of that dog. Um, Let me see if I can find her pedigree. Yeah, here she is. I mean, there are just so many great dogs. Man, I've never even checked that guy out. Never, don't know anything about him. That's like modern day stuff, and I don't know anything about that guy. So I couldn't tell you anything about him. So, mm-mm. I'll tell you, man, them Buster dogs, they used to be thick around here. My dogs are barking. Hmm. Yeah, but I don't know what to think about Chico Lopez, his dogs. I mean, apparently he's, got some good dogs. He likes them. He got a bunch of them. So, man, dog people, they're so funny. Well, like I told you, man, like I told everybody, I never, I never game tested my dogs. Man, I'd bump them a couple times and then I'd match them. I never game tested any dogs. I mean, what a waste. Them old timers taught me just to damn Get you a dog that worked good. Take a look at it on a good dog for about 5-10 minutes. If it looked good, match it for $300 or $400. It wins. Bring it out for $1,000. No, if it was big, I'd just chop it with a knife, but I'm good with a knife. I've never used a meat grinder to grind it up. I'll just chop it on a board with a knife. Yeah, I don't know much about them. A lot of people got them. They seem to like them. That's more modern stock. I know Barry. I know the guy that's Pit Island Kennels. I've known him for 30 years, I guess. It always seemed like a fair guy to me. You know, um, you know. Oh man, what are you talking about? And man, that was just like there were dogs like that all around back in my day. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Bolero was really nothing special. She just kind of became special as she produced, and we went forward with her. And you know, um, when she was around, she was considered more of like a fluke, like not really even a bloodline. Until I bred up that Taz blood and the Sapella blood and all that stuff to prove that that stuff wasn't like a freak bloodline, that it was real. um a lot of people didn't even really. I mean, he was a good dog, man. I liked him. That was my buddy, man. uh, Gamest dog I ever had. I couldn't stop him. you know um, I mean, it was just nice to get a dog that game out of my bitch. You know. Hey, Emmanuel, what's up, man? But yeah, man, in my book, man, hydration, that's a number one thing. I mean, you know, you can feed what you want, but if you're not slinging that water to your dog, you're gonna be in trouble at the end. You're definitely gonna be in trouble, and you know, and you got to have a plan to get that water off. You know, and there's different ways to do it, and I'm sure you got a plan to do it. Yeah, I think he's away at college right now. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I'd say the night that I matched three of my own dogs was probably my favorite show, and I hate to say that, but I matched three dogs that I bred all on the same night, and that was That's right. You know, um, on one night we matched Champion Chomper for his grand championship. Actually, for his sixth time out, he was a grand champion already. We matched Grand Champion Chomper into Bloodliners Champion Jimmy, and we matched Two Eyes and excuse me, Chomper was out of Frisco and Bolero, and then we matched Two Eyes into Bloodliners Rocco, and then we matched Bo into 3D Kennels Champion Turbine, and matched all three dogs on the same night, same card, and won all three matches. So I'd have to say that was my favorite show. Favorite show that someone else put on, I'd have to say when I matched that Lanier's Grand Champion Bronson. That was in a 19 match card in 1987, and I won Best and Gamest in Show on a 19 match card. I'd have to say that was my favorite show, like somebody else put on. Yeah, I don't know anything about them dogs, man. Getting a CBC count's real important, you know. I mean, especially if you know you're starting out, get you a blood panel, see what's going on, make sure everything's right. Well, talking about not drying a dog out, it just depends what you're doing. I mean, look, if I'm going hog hunting into some big old boars that I know gonna mess my dog up, I might dry my dog out a little bit. Oh, well, I mean, old school, you go way back. People like Butch Fox, Cecil Rousson, um, Bob Pitts, the Gusto Boys, um, um, Vince Cooper, guys like that. Um, Bill Struthers. I don't know if you know who that was, guy that owned Grand Champion Luther. Um, you know, go back to guys like that. And then, then you got guys, you like the next generation up. People like, my generation, people like Rostaman and Bakary, um, uh, um, which I consider just to be, first class dog people. Um, uh, but, man, the dog world's one of those things that colors never really, I don't know, never really been a thing. I never thought, you know. I mean, I've been plenty of places where I was the only white guy, and I've been plenty of places where there was only like one or two black people, and nobody gave a fuck. I mean, it just the dog world, man. You know, you know what I mean. So, but I'd hate to say anybody was the best out of any group of people. It's really hard to say. Um, you know, Rostaman's one of my best friends back in the day, man, and he and I showed a lot of dogs together and all over the country, and you know, so and we made quite a pair. So, same thing with my buddy Elton Turnbull. Me and Elton, we traveled around quite a bit, man, and you know, so eh, I tell you what, man, that old Tyrone dog that Bakary had, whoo, Lord Almighty, that was a bulldog. That was a bulldog. Well, it's easy to say it, Brad, when it's the truth, man. You know, I consider all dog men my friend. You know, I consider them all my friend. There ain't a dog man out there that's a real anybody that's a real dog man. It's my friend. Woo! What you talking about? Oh, sure, man. Yeah, I went by to see him a couple months ago, and then I caught up with him on the phone. And man, we had a good long talk about old times. Man, when I talk to that dude, he'll make me laugh so hard for so long. He'll make my fucking sides hurt with laugh so much. It's just, the stories and the shit. Uh, my man. We went to a show one time, and he had matched into these people, and I just knew he was going to lose. I just knew he was going to lose, man. I just knew it. And so I bet the other way, right? So fight goes down. He wins. We riding back home, right? Everybody's all happy in the car. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sitting in the front seat. I'm all quiet and shit. You know, I'm not saying a whole lot. He looks over at me. He goes, "Oh no, you bet the other way, didn't you?" I was like, "No, no, no. Oh, you fat motherfucker. You bet the other way." Ah! Man, I got laid out for betting the other way. Them motherfuckers called me out, figured me out. I was like, son of a bitch, man. He could read me like a book, man. I mean, he could read me like a book. Hell, we went to high school together. What, KR, I never schooled no dogs, man. Man, I'd take my shit and I'd bump them for about 5-10 minutes, and that was about it, man. You know, I I'm not the guy to talk to about that. My shit was so talented, they didn't need to be schooled. dogwood hunt, I mean, best thing to do with them puppies is just feed them. Let them be old fat fuckers, little old fatties. Oh yeah, just feed them, man. Let's feed them suckers. When my dogs were about 2 years old, it's about when I used to take a look at them about 10 or 15 minutes. That'd be about it. I mean, I hear about all these people where my whole yard is tested and my yard's tested and I test everything. And this, man, we never did any of that shit. Man, if I'd went and tested my whole yard, I'd have had to. If I'd had to test my whole, if I tested my whole yard, I wouldn't have had no bulldogs. The Duke, the Dukester. Who wants to get an old bulldog book? Want me to auction off an old bulldog book? I got this. I got one of them phone books. I got the sheriff book still. Woo! The big sheriff book is still here. This is the one that's all Norman Hooten, man. 400 and something pages. This is a hoss right here. Nice book right here. No, look, we used to take dogs. I've seen people take dogs and they'd look at them and then they take them and match them and they quit. You going to bed, Chris? Why are you going to bed? Oh, I got plenty of books, Mike. That's right. That's right. Come on down. Come on down. Yeah, I got that. I got a set of DVDs I could do tonight. I got I got them old fashioned dog books. I mean, I don't care if I do anything. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, don't do it. 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 That's the best tip I can give you. Don't do it. No. Yep, he sure was. I got a good picture of him too. I got one here in this I got one here in this photo album. Let's see here. Might have one of him and his old man still left. Nah, I need to get some made. Nah, I don't have any left. No, I got some proofs of it. I need to get some more of those made. Good night, Mayhem. Yeah, I think I'm going to shut it down too, man. I'm getting a little tired. Y'all have a good evening. I think I'm going to pack her on up. Y'all have a good evening.